Welcome to the Wally Show Precast. This you're a horrible ventriloquist because we're also Facebook living this and we're trying to talk without oohing our lips.
I have to do this all the time because I try to do puppets for Anna and I don't want her to know that it's actually me talking.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working on my
I would always look down or something.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I would look down. yeah. But I tried to do the same thing as a parent, tried to have good ventriloquist skills, but I was never really solid.
You know
at
who
it.
does have good ventriloquist skills?
Who has good ventriloquist skills, Jody Rock?
Becca. She should, because she did a puppet show, and that's how she got into college.
That is crazy.
That's right, a puppet scholarship.
Yeah, who gets a puppet scholarship? And if it was more than $8, I would have been surprised.
Practices in their hotel room the night before to make sure she's got it right.
Oh,
that is not the correct way to do puppets. But
yes, your thumb.
You don't move the hand up; you move the thumb down. Because we don't talk like that with the head going back.
Nice visual.
That's a sign of a good puppeteer. See, that's closer, but it's hard. One trick is cross your fingers, and that'll make it easier. Like cross your
index
finger.
Way
too much.
Yeah, and you have to point down so you're making eye contact with the kids below you, not
because they're on the
staring
top.
past them.
Right.
Eye contact is very important.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you have to make good entrances.
You
and
know,
exits.
I watched the documentary about the guy that does the Elmo voice.
Oh, really?
And it was very interesting.
That's a fascinating story with that guy. He got in some trouble.
Oh, did he?
Did they not have that in the documentary?
No, they skipped that part.
All right. Well, you know what? We'll skip it as well.
Oh, okay.
Don't even want to Google it.
It was interesting.
All right. Let's get to some of our birthdays before we get to some of the other stuff on the show here. This one is from Beth Ann, who is the sister, again, of Rob, our show historian. She said, I would like to have you guys wish my 4-year-old daughter, Faith, a happy birthday. She recognizes when I listen to the podcast, and she even sings along with the email song. It's pretty funny to hear a 4-year-old try to say dyslexic. It's pretty funny to hear me try to say that, too, because I struggle with it as well. So happy birthday there, Faith. You have a great mom. She loves the show, and we love her. My question is, where did the soundbite for Wally's College of Knowledge come from? Oh, it's the game we played with Betty Rock with Colorado Christian University. And it's like, we get gold stars every time we do something right in class. That's from School of Rock.
Oh, with Jack Black.
Yeah, that drop, I pulled that from the movie School of Rock. Let me see in here. I know Becca has fangirled over Taya from Hillsong. What artist or band have the rest of the members been starstruck by? Ooh, that's a good question. Like, I don't picture Zach as getting starstruck by anybody. I picture him as being more annoyed by them. But is there a band like that you've come across? You're like, I was really looking forward to meeting them. Like, you hadn't met them. And we've met everybody in this format.
Right. I mean, before I came here, the first time I met Toby, I was really kind of like, I don't know, there's something different about the energy when Toby walks into the room.
Oh, yeah. I was nervous about the first time we interviewed him, for sure.
Right, because you had been in a feud for a long time.
Yeah, a fake feud. And and like, the everyone talked about him as the Godfather. You gotta kiss Toby's. When we have artists in, she's like, "Where's Betty at?"
I disappear because it's so crowded in here, and you don't need me. And then sometimes you don't even invite me.
Oh, you're always there never
last
wasn't.
Time Danny Koki was I invited? No.
Never. You don't need an invitation.
Because you don't need me.
No, you don't need an invitation.
It's all right.
Who is somebody you've been nervous about meeting or excited to meet?
Okay, so it first starts off with Barry Gibb from the Bee Gees.
Okay.
I met him and I couldn't speak, so my dad had to speak for me.
How funny.
And then I acted like I was fainting in his arms, and it was wonderful. I threatened Angela Johnson, the girl that does Quickly, because she's married to the guy from Group One Crew, right? And she's a comedian. And she's on Mad TV doing Bon Quiqui, and it's amazing. If you haven't seen it, YouTube it. Bon Quiqui, BONQUIQUI. Yes. So anyways, I see her at Winter Jam, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, it's Bon Quiqui. And I should have had in my mind, what am I going to say to her before I approach her? But I didn't think that far. I just walked up to her, and I said, I'm a huge fan of yours. We watch the videos all the time in the office, and I will cut you. And she was like,
huh, interesting.
I was like, that came out wrong. I just meant to say that I like how you say, I'm going to go.
I will murder you. That's what I meant. No,
Yeah.
It's getting worse.
Yeah.
She was in the resurrection of Gavin DeGraw or whatever that movie was called.
Gavin Stone.
Yeah.
Gavin DeGraw's this thing.
Yes. She was in that and played the lead. I've only seen the trailer for it, but she looks like she killed it. I was like, oh, wow, I'm buying into this.
She looked great, yeah.
Did any of you see the movie yet?
No.
I'm kind of bummed about that. That was a movie, like, as far as a Christian movie that's come out recently, that I thought, oh, I actually want to make a point to go see that, and I never got a chance to.
Is it already out of theaters?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in we were in the theaters the other day and it wasn't on there near us. But I'll definitely rent that one because I thought there was an interesting take on it and
a great cast.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The cast was good and the writing from what I had seen was really good. But
yeah, it was like a guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a guy from Malcolm in the Middle or The Middle or
The Middle, yeah, and then her and some other people. Yeah. Surprised Trace Adkins wasn't in that. He's usually somewhere around there.
Kirk Cameron had a cameo.
Yeah, yes.
And Kevin Sorbo.
Yes, I'd like to see that one. Most nervous I've ever been before an interview was actually my interview with Michael Sweet from Stryper. That was the most nervous.
Your leg was shaking a million miles an hour. You were pacing.
Yeah, and I'm like and I wanted him to do stuff for the show, and we had special requests of him to do different things, and so I was trying to hope that was going to come out, and then it didn't.
Is that the one where he sang the Circle Bunnies?
No, I wanted him to, and he didn't.
Because we were in a hotel room too, right?
Yeah,
which was just a weird place for an interview.
Who's the guy I'm thinking of that sang the Circle Bunnies, and it was terrible, and he had to start over?
Petra, yeah.
That's the same guy, right?
Nope, totally different. Two different bands. Petra and Stryper. One's covered in yellow and black spandex, and the other was not. So, all right, let me see. Hey, Wally, this is Charlie, and it's my birthday, and I would love if you guys could give me a shout out. It's my 30th birthday.
Woo, for 30.
And there you go. And she says, I love Betty, and us single ladies got to stick together. Just love her.
All the single ladies.
All my single ladies.
All the ladies. Not all my.
I say my.
All the.
Let me see. What other jobs have you guys? What other jobs do you do besides hosting the morning show?
I have a job, a full-time job. It's called college.
Yeah.
CCU. It keeps me busy.
What do you do for the show? I would like to know that. Since
is this where we're supposed to laugh? Because I know you're trying to tell a joke, and I'm not sure. Are you done? Did the joke land?
It did.
Okay, so this is where I'm supposed to laugh.
Yes. Betty now cuts the podcast every day. That's one of her jobs.
Yes, I do the podcast, and if you have complaints, I don't want to hear it.
And then she just smiles for the
she handles
Facebook
our customer
stream.
service.
Yeah, that's not one of our strong suits. Zach definitely does a lot of digital stuff all over the place and videos.
Yeah, like I oversee our digital content team, which means forming strategy and blah 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 for what we do digitally. Yeah,
for the whole station.
It's as exciting as that just sounded.
Yep, I could see that. Yeah, that's why I don't want to work in that department. That, and I'd have to know what Facebook was. Let me see. And finally, here we go.
I think you know more than you want to let on.
Yeah, no, that keeps me from having to do it. They all just go, oh, Wally's dumb. So I'm like, yes. Hey, Betty, Wally, Becca, and Zach. My name is Harrison, and my dad is turning 57 on Monday, which is today. I would love for y'all, you're going to like this, Betty. I would love for y'all to sing the happy birthday song with extra Betty yelling, hey, hey. No one has ever asked for extra Betty on the birthday song, and so I really like that. So here we go. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was a birthday so we can party too. Hey, 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 hey. There it is. Oh, there you go. So happy birthday to Harrison's dad turning 57. My question is for Wally. Well, what do you have planned for Cinco de Betty this year? Wow. I'd also like to suggest the bitter apple anti-barking spray. It's the worst taste ever. How do you know that, Harrison? I think I want to do something nice for Betty this year again, like we did with the cats last year. I'm
all about it.
Yeah.
That made my day. Mr. Freckles,
I don't know what we could do. Could we have a cat circus?
No, why make it any... let's keep it how it was. Last year was heaven on earth.
Break out the cat smock again that had pockets for holding cats.
I'm all about it. I'm so excited. I really am.
She was very happy about that.
Oh, it was wonderful. There was so much cat hair everywhere and little bitty fuzzy booties that were just walking around.
I know. I still cannot believe that you did not take home Mr. Freckles.
Oh, I should have.
You sent him away. You cast him off.
Because there was another guy that said he was going to get him.
I know. And we know we can't trust that guy.
If we're going to do that again, we really need to amp it up. I want people to come and adopt them. I want cats to go home. I want dreams to be made true.
And I believe every bit of that, too. You're passion for that.
They do.
Yeah. So all right, we'll talk about that in the future.
Can we little legs? Can we address a couple questions on Facebook? Real quick?
Sure. Go ahead.
Someone asked what the logo is on Betty and my sweatshirts.
Oh yeah, you guys are like sweatshirt buddies,
matchies.
Yeah.
Bloodwater. Yeah. So,
that's our Bloodwater.
And then Christian wanted to know, how early do they need to send in a birthday request to you, Wally?
It has to be before like that. It can be like the day before. It helps out, because if it's the day of, a lot of times we've already started recording this by the time I get back to my email, because I don't get to look at my email during the show because it's on my computer in another room.
And if you send it too far in advance, there's a decent chance you might not keep it. Like, will you lose track of it?
No,
like if they
I'm
send it
pretty
a month
good.
in advance, you're pretty good?
Not a month, yeah.
Okay.
A couple of weeks. I have stuff already throughout, like, into next month
We're
already.
booked through November of 2018.
I know. We need to start charging for these.
Yes.
Offset some of this. I did get a cool email the other day from Roger. Like, I had been talking about my dad. We talked about this on the podcast at great length, and my dad's health and all of that. And it was cool. This guy emailed me, said, hey, I'm the exact same age as you. I grew up in South Florida. I lived in Atlanta and listened to 99X when you were there.
Cow.
That's crazy.
This guy's either your twin or a stalker.
I know. Yeah, wow. And he's like, I feel like I relate to you in many ways. This is funny. I feel like I relate to you in many ways, except for your height, taste in fashion, love of musicals, and other non-manly traits.
Whoa.
But I digress. Which, again, like, this guy speaks my language, okay? First paragraph, making fun of me.
Yes.
Full on. Second paragraph, and then saying, hey, just want to drop you a note that let you know I'm praying for you and your dad. And he talked about his story and what he went through and how he lost his dad, kind of unexpectedly. And it was a really cool thing for this guy to do. And I love that it started off with a funny insult, though. So thank you very much, Roger. You're the best. We did not get to all the hashtag your weekends. You'll hear them today on the show, but we didn't get to all of them because one of mine was hashtag George Costanza. I had a couple this weekend. Hashtag George Costanza.
Is that the guy that's on Good Morning America?
No, that's George Stephanopoulos.
Dadgummit.
Yeah.
Well, who's George, whatever you said?
Costanza from Seinfeld.
Is there TV trivia? Like, did we find a black hole in
I know.
Betty Rock's trivia?
I know,
know
old
Seinfeld?
trivia
No,
knowledge?
I never watched Seinfeld.
You never watched Seinfeld?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Wow.
It's old enough now you could.
Yeah, you could Netflix it and all
Yeah.
that good
I
stuff.
don't know.
Yeah.
You met him.
No.
Oh.
That would have been great if I had.
I did not watch enough Seinfeld growing up to know bits that I could
Mm-hmm.
guess what you did as George Costanza.
Mm-hmm.
You started working for a baseball team.
Yeah, he did
That's-
work
that's
for the
all I know.
Yankees. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, he got fired eventually. No, I actually we were at the For King and Country Priceless movie Q&A and signing, and so I'm walking through the line. There's a massive line for this thing, and I was really happy. 'Cause
In a Walmart.
Yeah.
Up and down the aisles.
you never know how that's gonna go. Like, and so when they asked me to help do the Q&A with them, I'm like, sure. And I'm like, how long is it gonna take? And they're like, 30 minutes or so. It was 2.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
And so it just,
Oh.
it went crazy.
I left after 45 minutes. I'm like, they're going to be here all day.
Oh, we were. And but that's what I love about For King and Country. They stayed and signed everybody's stuff that all the way to the end of the line for another 2 hours. And that's how we met them years ago, was at a Winter Jam. Them going through the crowd, waiting in line to get in, playing music and talking to people. And they still do that to this day. Win a Grammy, still talk to the fans. I love that about them.
Even at Walmart, where people don't have to pay for that privilege.
Yeah.
I get at a concert where they all paid to see you, but
Yeah.
this is Walmart. People just walked in.
Yeah, they were packed. I went and bought candy and went to the end of the line, and I walked back through, and I gave people candy waiting in line because they had to wait for so long. I didn't want their blood sugar to get low. I force-fed a diabetic. I probably feel bad about that, but I should be fine. And then, but I had to keep the receipt because I bought the candy and went right back into the store. And I thought, man, I'm curious if I'm going to get arrested. So I put it in my wife's purse as we walked out. And fortunately, we survived.
That's good.
But as I was going through the line, somebody goes, hey, Wally. I'm like, hey, man. And he's like, you know what? The way you describe yourself and the way other people talk about you on the show, I was picturing somebody much more like George Costanza. And who is Betty Rock? You've never seen him. He's not a good-looking man. It's Jason. What's his real name? The actor?
Alexander?
Jason Alexander.
Is he the tall dude?
Nope. He was the short, squatty one.
That guy. I know. There's either the tall guy, the guy that tells all the jokes, the short guy, or the girl.
It's the short guy.
Okay.
It's this
the
guy.
balding guy.
Oh yeah, bless his heart.
Yeah, bless his heart. I was happy that guy was like, oh, yeah, I pictured you like that, but you don't look anything like that. And he meant like for the better. So I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, that is good.
Sorry, George.
Yeah, exactly. George, you're still gonna have a rough life. Oh, the guy's a millionaire, so whatever. But I have I had an actual hashtag your weekend. See if you can get this one. Hashtag beat red. Hashtag beat red. Beat red.
Well, I know you didn't eat any beets because that's healthy.
It's true.
I think that somehow, in some way, and I want to know how they did it, someone embarrassed you in public and you turned beet red.
Oh, interesting.
I want to know how that's done because I'm going to do it next.
Interesting. Not me.
I think you had a reading competition and they beat you in
at Reading.
At Reading.
They beat me at Reading. Yes, that could happen. No, actually, you were the closest, Betty Rock, with the embarrassment, but it wasn't me. It was Haley. We were in Kroger, okay? So we're shopping Friday night. Haley starts getting chatted up by some dude. Yeah, like right there in the middle of Kroger.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, so this kid is talking to her, and I think he had like a Star Wars shirt on or something.
Oh, bless him.
But I respect the kid's game. Like the kid's in the aisle, and he literally just starts talking to her about something. I don't even know what it was. And so she's being polite and talking to him and stuff. And then she turns around. And I'm like, you realize you just got hit on, right? And she just goes beet red. Like,
was he standing there still?
Oh, yeah. She just goes beet red, man. It was so
Bless
funny.
Her. Okay, you're typical, yes. I was at a get-together with some friends, and my dad was with me. And this guy was in the group that had asked me out in the past. And it was a hard pass.
Oh, really? On your part?
Pass,
okay, yeah.
Yes. But I told my dad, I said, stick close to me because I don't want to talk to him. I just, like, once this is done, let's get out of here.
Right.
But that was the first and only time I will ask him to do that. Because,
he wingman for you.
Yes. Because as we're walking out, he points at every guy and he's like, is that him? Is that him? Is that him? I was like, Dad.
What made it a hard pass? I'm curious. What was the thing that was like, yeah, I'm out? Because a hard pass is a big pass.
Yeah. Okay. He wanted to be an actor, but was a waiter, and he lived with his mom and dad in a trailer park, which is not a terrible thing.
No, for you, I thought that's a selling point.
No, so
next to a cigarette factory, Betty Rock is in.
He never went to school to get any type of degree, just wanted to be an actor, tried it, did.
And as we're walking around the store, I'm watching this kid re-alter his path in there to try to come back around and be near. Like I'm seeing the whole thing because I know because I've been that guy that I like hit on, I guess you could say, on a girl in a drive-through at Arby's when I was a kid. I drove through the line and then drove back through. I got a date out of it. It worked out.
Did she find him attractive or?
I don't think so. I don't know. Like it wasn't. I guess it wasn't her type. It's funny because I actually kind of know that. Like when we went to Lipscomb that night or the next night, we went to Lipscomb where she's going to go to college, and we went and saw one of their plays. And as we walked into the student center area, there was a kid just sitting there studying or whatever, and I as Haley and I walked by, and I went, "That's the guy you'll end up dating here." And she's like, "Mm-hmm." And I'm like, "Oh."
What type does she go for?
Like glasses, a little preppy, nerdy kind of thing. Looking, short hair. So yeah.
Sounds a lot like her dad.
Khaki. Yeah, not as furry as me. So yeah, it was just funny watching her get hit on and not even know it. Like she's just oblivious to it and like, okay.
Bless her.
So
That's cute.
She's growing up. Oh, when we were doing hashtag your weekend once again, I know we're spending a lot of time on that, but Zach, we had somebody call in that this call did not air. Okay, this did not make the show for reasons that will be obvious in a second. But Zach was so proud of his guest for this hashtag your weekend. Zach was working on a lot of levels there
I was
to
very
make that
proud
one
of that.
work. Yeah, you did.
A lot of levels there.
You nailed that.
Thank you.
Kind of.
Thanks for bringing that back.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to make sure that people got to hear it because it was not going to make the light of day otherwise.
And I think that's a great idea for Old Navy to consider.
Yeah,
you should call your
sailors.
salespeople sailors.
Yeah, and then put a little hat.
SALEERS. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sailors.
Let me see. All right, so Betty Rock, you got a couple leads of these that we did not get to today
Yes,
as well.
I do.
Sure.
Okay. My first one is about Brangelina. So Brad and Angelina are no longer together.
So sad.
And it was pretty rough too. It wasn't like a easy split. It ended up with a child abuse allegation
Allegations.
and things like that.
It's crazy.
But Angelina in a recent interview kind of opened up about it.
That's hard, you know, like
Oh,
especially
yeah.
when there's
5
allegations
kids. There's 5
too.
kids involved. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the oldest one was something to do with they were on a plane and Brad I think was accused of hitting the oldest one. I don't know.
Yeah, but when you hear someone say, "Well, we have always been and will always be a family," that makes me think that that's not as legit, you know.
What do you mean?
Like that the allegations of abuse aren't like real, you know, and that was more of a thing for to fight a custody battle kind of thing.
And some
Because you don't
people
come
were
out
saying
after that. Yeah, because you don't come out after that and go, "We're always going to be a family." I don't think you do. Maybe you do. I don't know. But that just seems weird to me. That it felt more like a tactic than it did reality. Oh, Zach, you're trying to fix the thing. Get a break. Okay. All right. Not a problem. What else you got?
Okay. Also, Vin Diesel. He's good at acting or racing cars.
I do think he's a good actor. I've seen him in multiple movies, none of which are the Fast and Furious, because all 12 of those are bad. But like he was in, what was that movie about?
Pacifier.
Not the one I was thinking of. It was where he was a stockbroker. Oh,
I don't know.
He was really good in that movie. I can't remember.
But he cannot sing, that's for sure. He videotaped himself doing some karaoke to a Selena Gomez song.
Oh no. He like with her there and his really low voice, gravelly voice with her on top of that voice there, like that doesn't sound as bad as I thought it was.
Oh, I thought it sounded terrible.
Like I've heard him.
Really painful, and so that was surprisingly good actually for him.
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought it was terrible, but
Weird.
okay.
One of us loves Vin Diesel, one of us doesn't.
Oh, I don't. For sure.
You're not a big. Do you like his acting?
No.
Really?
I haven't seen one movie that I have liked of his.
Really?
And I do not like action movies like all those Fast and Furious. I mean, get to the finish line, you're done. The movie's done. Okay, what's there to talk about? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you got to drag it out? Okay, we're racing 2 cars. Get to the finish line, the movie's done. Okay.
Got it.
How can you make that into like how many? It's like The Land Before Time. They keep making movies over and over and over.
Explain to me real quick, how the Fast and Furious is like The Land Before Time.
Okay, I will explain.
Okay, thank you.
The Land Before Time, they won't stop making them.
Oh, are they? They're still making more of those?
Yes.
They're
on Netflix. It's like
Really?
The Land Before Time that time forgot, or The Land Before Time when Santa came. Or...
I would love to see your recently viewed Netflix. Like, I would love to see that file.
And they just won't stop making Fast and Furious.
I know. Fast and Furious, like, I never got into that, the franchise of that. It never was interesting to me. I watched the first one and was like, I'm out.
Was
And
it too fast?
It
Or
was
was
too
it
furious.
It was too furious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More furious than fast in the long run. Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, that's going to about cover it for our precast today. And it's time for the greatness that is the Wally Show podcast.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. Well, that's going to do it for your podcast today. And as always, thanks for being a potty.
Can we talk to Facebook Live?
Yeah,
people
we
real
went
quick?
out for a little bit during Facebook
Yeah,
Live.
sorry. I have this app that I control everything with, And when that crashes for no apparent reason, you lose audio because audio comes from my phone to the camera out to the universe. And
it's such a great camera, but when it goes wrong,
occasionally it doesn't work. And trying to fix it, like it's hard to fix sometimes when everything's live. It doesn't reconnect everything properly. So
we apologize.
Do you want to play that Vin Diesel hook? They didn't get to hear that.
Oh, they didn't get to hear that?
No, just so they can know what it sounded like.
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, I don't wanna know where you been or where you going, but I know I won't be home and you'll be on your own.
See, I'm not hating that.
That is good.
Yeah,
no,
I'm not hating that.
I hadn't heard it before either. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that low, raspy voice, and she sounds pretty over it.
Towards the end, it sounds worse.
Does it? And that's just him rocking some karaoke. I respect that.
Yeah, that's great.
It ain't me. Now I'm weak,
all right, that gets bad.
and I moved on.
I like him. He could be the next Pitbull.
Oh, yeah,
He's got
Miami.
He kind of has that.
And he's got the bald
sing-talky
head.
thing. Yeah.
Chris Tomlin loses a few more follicles, and he could do that too. I still loved having him in here doing his song over a Pitbull bed, and how happy he looked. He just looked happy.
Yes. By the way, to clear up one thing, Michael, it is not because I have an iPhone. Actually, this software only runs on iPhones, so you Android people can.
Somebody texted me or emailed me the other day about Android phones now have the numbers on them.
Yeah,
with
it's
the phone
Blackberries that famously didn't.
Oh, I was thinking it was Android.
No.
Amanda said, "Is it the boiler room that you're thinking?"
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. Okay, now real quick, when I say he was great in that movie, fully understand there's a lot of debauchery in that movie. Like, I get it. Like, that's not a movie you watch with your kids and go, hey, this sounds like a good movie. But I was just surprised at how good he was at his character in that movie.
And some people want to know where the great Googly Moogly soundbite came from.
There's a couple different things. One is an old commercial, great googly moogly. And then the other one, part of it is great googly moogly. That is from Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. And then there's a third clip in there. I think it says it 3 times, and I can't remember where I got the other one from.
Did Vin Diesel do the voice of Groot?
Yes, he
Guardians
did.
Like, oh, really?
Yeah. And what voice, though?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a fantastically easy.
Yeah. Like
What does he say?
I don't.
No, he has one thing. He only says one thing. I am Groot?
I'm Groot. Groot.
I think that little Groot's pretty cute.
Yeah. Oh, I did not like Guardians of the Galaxy. I tried to watch that.
It's
actually
the one with
really
the
like
cute little raccoon, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like raccoon.
And Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I did nothing for me.
I saw the first one and thought this will be a franchise,
And then
maybe no, they have a second one out.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, coming out or out, one
really?
of the two. Yeah,
I didn't know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big franchise.
It
10
did
years from
well.
now.
Like, it did well. People seemed to like it. I was just one of the only ones.
It was a good mix of sci-fi and humor
Yeah.
and cute trees.
And raccoons.
Yes.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
I saved a raccoon's life one time.
Oh, I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that.
You remember
It was
that?
in a
Wait, I thought a
dumpster.
fireman saved the life.
That's a misnomer.
Your wife had to go call other more manly people to help and save the raccoon.
That is a misnomer in that story.
No, I'm pretty sure that is what happened.
Yeah,
No.
I have a pretty good, solid memory of this one.
Nope.
Something about you couldn't fit into
Nope.
the dumpster.
Yeah,
Nope.
weren't strong enough.
Not
to,
happened.
Something
Yeah.
about muscles
A
and
big-
A raccoon. Okay, a raccoon got stuck halfway through a dumpster, a hole in the side of a dumpster, and it was cutting into his little belly, and he was just trapped there. And so we didn't want him to be hurt or die. So I'm trying
You
to
fed him caramels.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out how to get him out, and I'm trying to, bend parts of the dumpster up and not hurt him and stuff. And so he's half in the dumpster, half out of the dumpster through the side of the wall. And so I'm trying to get him out, and all of a sudden a guy comes up and says, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm trying to get this raccoon out. He goes, oh, you want some help? Yeah, I would love some help. I'm a firefighter. Really, was that relevant? Like, seriously? Like, great. I salute you for what you do, but was that part relevant to lead with that? Then my wife's like, oh, he's a fireman. Let him handle this now. Thanks, honey. And so then we go to get the thing out, and he's like, okay, well, I'll get in the dumpster here, and I'll push this side, and you take this side. This fireman, this hero, gave me the rabies end, all right? He took the end of the tail. I got the end that bites you. Like, I've got gloves on, and I have to shove a thing over this thing's
Was he
face.
scared?
Yes, I was too. So I didn't want to get bit. And so then we got this thing, and we wiggled him, and we got him out. He was fine. He ran away into the woods and was fine. A successful thing. And my wife goes and thanks the fireman. I'm like, are you kidding me? He's not even wearing his uniform. We don't even know if he's an actual fireman.
Was it uncomfortable that he took off his shirt to get in the dumpster?
That part was weird.
Seemed unnecessary.
Yeah, that part was weird. I'm a fireman on a calendar. Really, dude? Okay, that was not necessary. We're just saving a raccoon over here.
Well, that's really cool that he was able to get it out after you had failed.
No, we needed 2 people. Look, in full disclosure.
Or just him on the inside.
No, yeah, maybe. In full disclosure, it could have literally been, it didn't have to be a fireman. It could have been a plumber. It could have been somebody wicked out of shape.
Anyone with big muscles.
No, it could have been anybody.
His hands were physically jaws of life.
It could have been a child that helped. He did nothing.
Even a child could have done better than you. Is that what you're saying? Wow.
I'm hearing the same thing, Zach.
There are times I just literally don't like you. All right.
Justin
Not
brought
real
up
afraid
a
you're gonna
good
beat me up.
point.
Yeah.
I saved a turtle once. His
You
name was
did?
Jono.
Oh, that was on the way to the thing. I almost hit you guys. Like, I'm flying down this road, and I see a girl in a striped skirt, which was
that was
Joy, and then some other
me.
girl, and I'm like, what are those
The thing was,
knuckleheads
this
doing
cute
in the
little
street?
turtle was passing the street, and he was right in the middle, and we needed to help him. So
Yeah.
we got the guy that was driving us to the meeting to turn around so we could help it.
Yeah.
But we didn't think about oncoming traffic.
Yeah, I know. I almost hit you guys saving that turtle, and then
But we saved
these
it.
two they went for Halloween as the turtle in the car.
It was awesome.
I almost hit him too
Jono.
because they were following me to get to the camp because I don't
Yeah.
think you knew how to get there.
Oh, we
and then
did.
all of a sudden I crest the hill and they're no longer behind me.
Oh yeah,
So I have to turn around and
We
go.
didn't need you. We
I
were
launched a
fine.
search party. There's helicopters and drones involved.
they needed you less than I needed that fireman. All right, I think that's gonna have to do it for our Facebook live streaming bonus round here.
Yes, by Facebook.
So.